Another tin roulette. We have got two normals cooking head to head, and we've got 3 A tins, 3 B tins, and 3 C tins. One of each, 40 minutes on the clock. What could possibly go wrong?
Pressure's on you, mate. You've got to keep that red apron.
Pressure's on you, you've got to keep up.
Oh, well, okay. Right, fine, that's where we're at.
Boys, grab a tin A on 3, 2, 1, go!
I think I know what this is.
I don't know what this is.
I'll remove the peppered mackerel from the occasion.
I thought that's what it was.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that one.
A fruit or a vegetable-ish. Pick tin B in 3, 2, 1, go! And round C, this is something else, delicious and miscellaneous. Grab a tin in 3, 2, 1, go!
No! No!
Interesting. The worrying thing is, these don't have labels on, so we'll never know what's in them until we open them.
I don't know.
Don't tell me you've broken it.
Right, this is
These tins are not designed to be opened with a tin opener.
corned beef.
Jamie is working with corned beef.
Oh, red kidney beans.
You've got red kidney beans. The other ones should be easier.
Lentils?
And olives.
And in tin C, I'm going to be honest, these might have been a bit jumbled up, so good luck.
Oh, chopped tomatoes. And aubergine?
Oh no.
What have you got?
Jamie, you've got a tin of ratatouille.
Is mine mushy peas?
Barry, you've got pea and bacon soup.
Oh, what am I going to do with that? Oh no.
Okay, boys, we'll get you set up in the kitchen and we'll put 40 minutes on the clock. Okay, boys, good luck. Your time starts. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Jay, what's your thinking?
Right, last time we did one of these tin roulette challenges, I went bold and it didn't necessarily pay off. So I've got the option of going safer this time. I'm going to go for a classic British dish of corned beef hash, served with a fried egg on top. And then I'm going to serve that with, now usually you would go for baked beans, but I'm going to go for like a lentil ratatouille side dish.
I mean, as a dish, that's the kind of thing we're looking for. It doesn't need to break the rules, it just has to be good.
The F is your problem.
I'm not. What? I didn't say anything.
I'm safe. Me.
Honestly,
I don't need to worry.
As soon as you opened your tins, I'm going to be honest, I was immediately jealous. After I've heard what you're making, I'm comforted.
Comforted like the comfort food that is corned beef hash.
Exactly that.
It's a challenge, not sometimes just to do something that is so front of mind, but also that's kind of what this challenge is about. Prove how easy a bit of cooking can be. Baz, what about you? You opened in the protein section a tin of beans. In hindsight, happy with that, or would you have preferred the fish or the corned beef?
I'm kind of comfortable with all the tins on their own. It's when they combine, I'm freaked out. The one tin I was thrown by the most was obviously the pea soup. So I kind of had to start from there going, what goes well with pea and bacon? And my head went, feta. Feta on top of that soup would be lovely. Then I thought, actually, if I could take those flavours and apply that to another dish that I've cooked semi-recently, which was a red bean mash, those flavours I thought would go well. I'm trying to work out how I top it, finish it, and turn it into a battle-winning dish.
I think I'll be all right.
You were thinking classic south of France ratatouille, some nice lentils, and a corned beef hash. You've also brought to the front of the bench every flavour bomb you could find. Hot sauce, vinegar, mustard, soy, chilli, bacon.
You know when people are really bad at winning arguments, their last resort is just to shout. That's what Jamie's doing with flavour.
And most of the time it works.
In Can't Be Arsed, we turned a tin of corned beef into a really, really simple ragu, or you could turn that into like a chili con carne. It's already the cooked beef. It's already got all that wonderful flavour for you. We've done fritters. We have done a hash years and years and years ago in our camping episode.
It's the base of this kidney bean mash. It's a bit like the basis of a soup. Onion and garlic, basically going to cook down so it's nice and jammy and sweet. Then I'm going with a stock cube, some cumin, and then a whole tin of kidney beans. And basically boil it until the beans start to fall apart and then mash it to bits.
Sounds like refried beans to me.
That is another name. Is that the name for it? Is that what it's called?
More or less.
But I've only fried them once. They're just fried beans.
Pressure point, Jay, I guess it's making sure the potatoes are cooked but not too mushy, or are you looking for a mash in your hash?
No, I want a little bit of bite to them, but if it doesn't happen, then I have got the fallback of mashy hash, which I think will be fine as well.
Mashy hash.
I'm adding red onion and garlic into a frying pan, frying those off for a few minutes before adding in some pancetta. Then I'm going in with corned beef and my boiled and dried potatoes.
Now your corned beef hash, are we looking for nice crispy edges?
Yes, what I'm going to do now is transfer that into a tin and go into the oven to try and heat.
Wow, I've never heard that method before.
No, me neither. I'm making it up as I go, Evers.
Now that is your quick ragu. So you've softened some onions, the corned beef has gone in, it's melting down into the pan because of the fats that come out of the corned beef. Great. You might be a way away from it, but you've only got 20 minutes left.
Oh,
Did I miss that part of the brief?
He doesn't like rules.
second tin being used. Lentils going into my ratatouille.
Choosing to drain your lentils.
Drain, but keep so that I've always got the option to add more of the liquid back in. What's the lentil version of aquafaba?
I mean, much the same. It's proteins in liquid that are nutritionally sound and, depending on the dish you're cooking, can be added in.
I'm thinking of topping my dish with some bacon lardons. This is always one of those dilemmas I have when I get to my last piece of garlic that I had planned for myself, that I would usually use myself. The chefs always say I make things too garlicky. Use it.
We're a big fan of garlic, but only when it's cooked down, so it's nice and sweet and mellow. If it's too much raw garlic, it overpowers. You've had 20 minutes. Halfway there.
A little bit of soy sauce into the corned beef mash.
Jay, you've just added a fermented soybean Chinese sauce into your corned beef hash.
We don't have any Worcestershire sauce. And so, it's not exactly the same, but it does a similar job. So, soy sauce instead of Worcestershire sauce, depth of flavour, and a bit more oomph into it. That was my thinking.
Sounds like a sound logic.
Red wine vinegar is going into the ratatouille. Again, depth of flavour and adding that woof to it. I don't know about the mustard yet. I thought maybe that could go into the hash as well, but I'm going to see how it goes. Right, a little bit of spice, but should that go into my ratatouille or into my hash? We're going in the hash.
Much like should chorizo go in a paella, should chili go in a ratatouille. I mean, there's borderland conversations happening on here. Have you ever made corned beef hash before?
No. No.
My advice in the future would be to start the frying first to get some nice golden colour on the potatoes, whether it's grated like Rosti style or whether it's sautéed in the pan, and then go in with the corned beef around it.
I'm having a crisis of confidence, Barry.
Believe in yourself.
Might be going in a slightly different direction.
Baz, Jamie is burning stuff to the bottom of his pan and changing his plan as he goes along. How about you?
My red bean soup at the moment is reducing and hopefully going to become more of a mash. It's bubbling away nicely. My bacon and lardons are pretty much done. I've got some mushrooms in the oven which I plan to put on top of my dish. I'm going to fill that, I think, then with my feta and pea and bacon whipped delight. Take confidently, it will happen.
Talking of whipped delight,
Evers, we're having a change of plan.
do you need that pan or shall I start soaking it? Because that's going to need at least 12 hours. Crisis of dilemma, I imagine. I bet that tastes delicious.
It does taste absolutely
What are you going to
delicious.
do with it to make it look and eat well too?
Patties.
He's going in. Oh dear, is this going to work? Is this going to work?
The question is, will the baconness come through? Or is it just going to be the penis?
Fantastic bit of business, Evans. Glad you came.
With my lentils in my ratatouille, I've also now added in some really posh, expensive balsamic vinegar. Reducing that down, hopefully get a bit more depth of flavour into there.
Ratatouille has that wonderful kind of slow cooked vegetable, fresh vegetables. So we're talking aubergines, peppers, lots of tomatoes. And the little acidity there might help to lift it. I like that.
The only problem is my mix is quite hot.
Yeah, it would be. You've been cooking it over a hob for a while.
Yep.
25 minutes gone, 15 minutes to go. Are either of you regretting not getting the peppered mackerel, the apricot halves, or the jackfruit.
Now I've heard those options, I'm actually really happy with what I've got. Wouldn't know what to do with jackfruit.
I could have made apricots work with mine and made more of a ratatouille tagine, which would have been nice, or would have sounded nice.
Oh, that's salty.
Doing a little tester one. That's going to work.
Are either of you doing anything fresh on your plate? So looking at the ingredients you had, or the ingredients you got access to?
I'm going to finish mine with parsley. Goes very nicely, I think.
I'm going to finish mine with parsley, it goes really nicely with mine. So I'm mashing now my kidney beans at the back of a spoon. I'm pretty much there, so I'll stop now.
What is your binding agent in that, Jay? Because they look incredibly greasy to me.
Yeah, I've done this before at home, and it's just turned to mush rather than crisp up.
So I think that's because there is so much fat in corned beef that basically as you heat it, the fat melts. What you've also then put in there is mashed potato, which has got too much moisture to crisp up.
I can breadcrumb them.
You can breadcrumb them. You could batter them. You could even just flour them to give a crisp coating.
It's really tasty. It's just got no structure to it.
9 minutes left on the clock.
I had a last minute thought with the olives. I can't just chop them up and stick them on top. I've got to make it a key ingredient. So I'm thinking of flouring them, shallow frying them, crispy warm olives.
Floured olives.
I don't know, Ben. It's a quick experiment. If it doesn't work, I won't make it on the plate. It's fine.
I'm going to pane them. Flour, egg, breadcrumbs.
New year, new you, boys.
Nope.
Looking for some really good, simple ideas that deliver well. 40 minutes, that's loads of time for midweek cooking. We've given you 3 tins of pre-cooked food. All you need to do is combine them. Interesting to see the cogs turn. Both of you have gone into slight panic mode with just 7 minutes remaining.
Something's happening, I think. I might have to do refried olives. Is that a thing? It's one of those dishes that I can admit up front, it ain't a looker. And
4 minutes.
Okay, hurry up. You have to hurry up. That's what you have to do.
What can I smell burning? Is it me?
That's me.
Okay, good.
My eyes.
There is more washing up than a week's worth of cooking should allow for. But we might have tasty food at the end of it. We're on the final countdown, 90 seconds.
I told you it ain't a looker. It couldn't look more tinned if it tried.
Look at the state of the place. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop cooking.
Why do they look kind of similar?
I know.
Boys, 2 dishes that would read surprisingly well on like a brunch menu.
Surprisingly.
I feel like the process we got there was a bit convoluted.
If I knew that this is what I was making, it would have taken me half the time.
A couple of things we've learned today.
Yep.
Parsley can hide countless sins,
Hey, that was the plan.
and you shouldn't fry wet stuff.
Don't fry wet stuff.
I'm going to dig in here first. A little bit of spice going through corned beef. A mixed take on what is essentially baked beans, but you've got loads of extra veg in there. You've got the lentils. And it's not nearly as sweet as baked beans, which is good.
You're right. It's a lovely brunch item, isn't it?
I think, as you said, the process of getting there,
Yeah.
that was about a 10 bowl, 3 pan, 2 frying pan plate of food. And as a result, there's lots of dirty bits in the oil which get all over the egg. That's not great. You shouldn't be serving. Like, it's just got all the burnt bits from your previous mistake.
That's a crispy fried egg.
But when if
With
it's
black pepper on it.
if it's deliberately crispy, okay. But this is crispy because all of your previous mistakes are still here.
No, it's a hot oil.
However, at that stage in the game, I think I'd have cried if you'd used another clean pan. So I don't know which side of the fence I sit on. It eats really well. It's delicious. It could have been a bit easier.
Could definitely have been easier.
And given you could have had any combination of tins, you got 2 that paired very well together and you just dumped them in a pan. Fair play, because then you spent all your time focusing on the 3rd tin, the corned beef, to do that centrepiece. So I think, pretty clever. Flavour-wise, in my head, this is a little bit all over.
Yeah.
But I am excited to try it because the beans underneath, and the mushroom, and then the olive. Cheers.
Still don't really know what you made, Baz.
That kidney bean base, not dissimilar from almost like a rajma masala, like an Indian dish that's really lovely. Then you've got this kind of pea and bacon mushroom thing, which is quite, feels British in its kind of makeup. And then you've got this kind of fried olive thing, which is quite Italian, but hasn't quite worked.
No.
We learn not to fry soggy things.
Yeah. That was a last minute thing I regret. I should just put fresh olives on top. That would have been quite nice.
If you finish that with an olive, apple, and fennel something on
Yes,
top, it would have given the plate a bit of here we are and a bit of sort of freshness.
A bit of here we are.
Yeah, as opposed it's a bit like there you go. But it's really tasty, and the bit I genuinely really like that beanie bottom. A little heavy on the salt here and the kind of greasy olives. Here, the dirty oil is the only bit that really shows up on the plate. The dirty pans in the kitchen, more of an issue. As a winner, and as the one that I think I'd prefer to eat more of, I think it's your comfort zone, James. I think I agree. I think it's really good. I think there's. It pains me to say it because I watched the whole process from the sidelines, but that plate of food is pretty damn good.
It's a more enjoyable plate, I will give you that.
Oh, yeah, the process was difficult. I think if you said to me, now, Jay, can you make that again?
Yeah.
I'd make it in half the time with a third of the panic.
Comment down below, do you agree with what I think? And we'll also pop down there the previous Tin Can Challenge roulette that we did. Check it out.
And make sure you give the video a like so that we can see Baz and Mike go up against each other.
Why?
Because you haven't done it yet.
Well, fair dues.
Or give the video a like to see Ben cook up with the mackerel,
Apricot.
the apricot and the jackfruit.